Okay, so I was talking to this guy on Facebook. He's from the town where I moved from. I never met him, and we've been talking. Like, he called me yesterday. He told me all about his, like, what he does on his spare time, what he does for a living. Like, he's been talking to me a lot, right? He's showing me pictures of all his interests and all his accomplishments and what he's done, the cars that he works on, like stuff that he fixes and sells, and what he does for hobbies. Like, he's just telling me like all about everything, right? And I'm like, wow, this guy's really good with kids. And he sounds like he's hardworking. He sounds like very focused. He you know, like, he takes, like, the free time that he gets, he actually does something productive with it. My last boyfriend was a couch potato, and I don't like that, because I'm not a couch potato. There's a time and place for everything, but when it's just like your personality, then it's different. And it really does, like, make a difference on who you're with. But I'm, like, liking all these things about him. I even like that he's 33 and I'm 31. And so anyways, like, everything was going right. And things kind of went for a turn today, actually a few hours ago, because I asked him if he smokes weed or drinks. He told me yes to both. He drinks and he smokes weed whenever to substitute for his PTSD, instead of taking the pills that he's prescribed, because the pills make him suicidal and not want to talk and depressed. I think that's what he said. And so I've never been in that situation, but I made it a point to tell him, like, hey, not that this, I don't want you to get the wrong idea, I just don't want to bring that around my kids. And I don't know if I gave him the wrong impression, because I did tell him, like, I'm not gonna date anybody that smokes weed or drinks alcohol. He's like, okay, well, I even grow it. He says he even grows it and that he smokes it whenever. So that makes me feel like he's probably always high. I've never been to the army, so I can't tell anybody what to do when they experience something like that or the after effects of it. Who am I to tell them how to medicate or to substitute a medication to cope with something like that? But it's really hard in this day and age to choose someone and to, like, kind of have standards and to have boundaries and to have a preference, because nowadays you're gonna find people that more than likely will smoke weed, more than likely will drink alcohol. Where are all the men that fear God and that live a righteous life, that don't cuss? Because he was also cussing when he called me, so I'm like, ooh, you say the F word a lot. And I don't say the F word on a regular basis. I don't cuss, and I would like somebody that doesn't cuss. And I don't smoke weed. I would like somebody that doesn't smoke weed. So it's like, you gotta pick your, like, what you will settle for and what you won't settle for, because you get what you settle for. Now, like, I'm almost gonna be single. Like, it's almost been a year since my last serious relationship, and I had to let him go because our values did not align. I believed in marriage and he didn't, but he told me he did to get what he wanted. So once he got what he wanted, then he just didn't care anymore. So I had to leave. And now at this point in my life, like, I will not, and I will wait until I see what people are about, because they can tell you all these things, but you gotta wait and see for real. Like, you gotta verify what they're talking about. Words are just words until they're proven with action. So anyway, this guy stopped replying once I asked him if he would ever consider quitting if him and I ever got into a relationship, and I haven't heard back. And I'm laughing, but low-key I'm like, dang, I really wanted to meet you. Like, you seem so cool, and I don't know. We'll see.